Our top story check today takes us to Puerto Rico, where Medicaid funds for Puerto Rico are expected to be part of the budget package that is still under negotiation. Resident Commissioner Jennifer Gonzalez Colon announced progress to guarantee medical funds for the island. Our Francis Felix has the story.
Resident Commissioner Jennifer Gonzalez reported progress in the negotiations to guarantee Medicaid funds for the island after a process of meeting of various health sectors. It is expected that the Medicaid funds for Puerto Rico will be part of the budget package that is still in negotiations. The House leadership has reported that a deal is unlikely to be reached before December 16, when the current budget expires. In this case, a short-term continuing resolution is being worked on to keep the federal government in office, a piece of legislation that will extend the 66% FMAP for Puerto Rico, Gonzalez said. Gonzalez explained that both the leadership of the Senate and the House agreed to work on a solution for the Medicaid program in Puerto Rico for 5 or 6 years, but at the same time leave the island at the mercy of interests that we do not control, she added. In a press release, the commissioner explained that there are legislators willing to increase the $200 million directed to health providers, but that is still under negotiation. Gonzalez Colon called on health sectors in Puerto Rico, government, private, to go together with the same data and the same message to press the approval of this money. She also requested that the chapters in Puerto Rico of national organizations make a call for the request for the island's funds to be a petition at the national level. From San Juan, Puerto Rico, Frances Felix reporting.
All right, thanks so much, Francis. So switching gears now, WNBA star Brittany Griner was freed on Thursday after the Biden administration negotiated her release from a Russian prison in exchange for an arms dealer. The move marks one of the most high-profile prisoner swaps between Moscow and Washington since the Cold War, with the Kremlin seeing the return of Viktor Bout, who Russian President Vladimir Putin has been wanting to get back and who had served 11 years of a 25-year sentence in the United States. Griner's return to the United States will cap a months-long saga that began in February when she was detained at Moscow's airport after Russian authorities said they found vape canisters with cannabis oil in her luggage. She was later jailed on drug charges in Russia. The 32-year-old Phoenix Mercury player was the subject of prolonged and often public negotiations between the two countries after a trial that underscored frayed relations during Russia's war in Ukraine. During her trial in July, Griner pleaded guilty but said she had no criminal intent. Griner said the canisters, which she had been prescribed to treat chronic pain, were packed inadvertently as she hurriedly prepared for her flight. Well, meantime, consumer advocates are sounding the alarm about Apple's AirTags. 2 women have filed a class action lawsuit against Apple, the major company. They claim their ex-partners use these small tracking devices to stalk them. Lila Luciano has more from one of the plaintiffs.
There were definitely lots of times where I didn't sleep well. There's been a lot of therapy since then.
After a relationship ended, Laura Hughes says her ex-boyfriend used an Apple AirTag to track her every move.
I got the alert that said an AirTag was moving with me.
How did you finally find it?
I just literally dug around the edges of my car and eventually found it in the wheel well.
This quarter-sized device is designed to track your wallet, your luggage, or your keys, but it can also track you.
Here's how it works. This AirTag is sending a Bluetooth signal to the iPhones of every stranger around me. That data then goes to the iCloud where the person tracking the device can see your every move. Why it's so effective? Well, no matter where you are, you're never far away from an iPhone.
The proposed class action lawsuit accuses Apple of negligence and seeks damages, as well as an order to stop Apple from releasing what they call an unreasonably dangerous product into the market. Apple said it is not going to comment on ongoing litigation. But in February, the company listed a number of safety measures to address unwanted tracking, adding, "We condemn in the strongest possible terms any malicious use of our products." Albert Fox-Kahn is a surveillance technology expert.
I'd much rather spend another minute looking for my keys than live in a world where every movement is tracked. You can try to make improvements around the edges, but as long as you're selling a cheap, ubiquitous tracking device, people are going to misuse it.
What do you want Apple to do?
I want Apple to make their devices safer or remove the product from the market.
Lauren was able to find the device because she has an iPhone which alerted her. But for people who don't have iPhones, they have to download an app into their smartphone and check it consistently to know whether they're being tracked. Apple suggests if you feel your safety is under risk, contact law enforcement. Lilia Luciano, CBS News, New York.